Hey friends, and welcome back to another food prep, meal prep video. Got my notes here. This week I thought we would try something a little bit different because I don't know about you, but it's time to change things up a little bit. I love to have certain recipes just on repeat. When we finally find those favorite recipes, it feels special and it feels suddenly easy, especially when you're making those extravagant meals like tofu tikka masala, which I've mentioned several times on this channel, or a vegan palak paneer, or just those general recipes that sometimes it's hard to break out of. So this week I thought I would experiment with a few different recipes, try out new things, and it starts with sourdough. I've been experimenting with different ratios of whole wheat flour and water and just trying to find the best flavor and the best texture. I just made a plain sourdough yesterday where I was experimenting with different ratios, and today I thought we could try and make a sun-dried tomato and basil or sun-dried tomato and black olive. I'm still trying to decide on that one. And then I'm gonna definitely do a couple of soups. Certainly is soup season. I'm still recovering from quite a bad illness, so having things in the fridge that are already meal prepped is so helpful. But whenever I'm trying to find inspiration, I always go to my cookbooks first. So I just got a new cookbook, so I thought we could sit down and have a look through to see if there are any recipes that we could make for this week's meal prep. Okay, so the new recipe book I got was Big Vegan Flavor by Nisha, or Rainbow Plant Life. If you don't know, I am a big fan and she has really just a ton of really wonderful recipes. Last night I actually also meal prepped the tofu marinade for making tofu tikka masala so that I could have that for dinner tonight. And that is just a recipe that is constantly on repeat because it feels as luxurious as a takeaway, but it's homemade, it's cheaper, and probably healthier for you too. So I'm just gonna have a look through here and to see if there are any recipes that I think would be perfect for this week's meal prep. It was honestly really hard to choose which recipes I wanted because there are just so many in this recipe book that look absolutely delicious. But a couple of things that really caught my eye were a chili crisp, a lemon tahini sauce, smoky seed sprinkle, marinated chickpeas, saucy black beans. If you've never made Rainbow Plant Life's black beans before, highly recommend. So these seem like a little bit similar, but they also have a sofrito in them, so that sounds really exciting. I might also make the fudgy skillet brownies, chocolate covered dates, and a bunch of other things that just looked so good, including the creamy chickpea masala because, wow, that looks really good. That was actually really hard to choose so many. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a list together of all the ingredients that I need, soak some beans, make some condiments, and start with the longest recipe. I decided to start with the saucy black beans. I don't know why, but I thought this would take a while, but actually it was a really quick and fairly straightforward recipe. If you have tried her Mexican black beans that's on her website before, this is very similar. This one just requires a few more steps like pulsing the tomatoes and things like that. And there are a couple of different things by making the sofrito first, but honestly, this was really delicious and I would 100% make this again. So while I'm meal prepping, I always take a little bit of a break to have a little energy boost. In my last video, my what I eat in a week, I mentioned that I was trying to reduce how much coffee I've been drinking because it definitely, I've noticed recently, has made me feel a bit jittery and has definitely disturbed my sleep. So I have been actually trying to drink matcha instead. My old boss used to drink matcha every single day and he honestly swore by it. I also love that I match with my matcha today. I will leave the recipe in the description for the Mexican black beans that's already on her website, so you can make something very similar if you like this. This is also a really versatile dish. I like to put this in burritos or just put it on top of rice. Or if you have like a proper burrito bowl, this could definitely be a really great source of protein to add in there. And also, honestly, it's just delicious. For things like a burrito bowl, I'll also add some pickled red onions that I've made, maybe some vegan sour cream, and just a bunch of other goodies. So for the sourdough, I've also been mixing up and making a slightly bigger loaf that's not huge but not really small. And I've been using about 400 grams of white bread flour and then about 75 grams of whole wheat flour. I wasn't quite sure how much to put in for the sun-dried tomatoes and olives, so I just kind of guesstimated and gave about 50 grams of each. I think this ended up being a little too much because it made it a little bit hard to stretch and fold, and then the rice probably wasn't as good as it could have been. But the flavor was really good, and I was very happy with the strength of the sun-dried tomato flavor. The black olives definitely weren't as flavorful, and they didn't come through as much. Overall, I was very happy with the way that this bread turned out, with the distribution of everything. The rice definitely could have been better, but it's a good learning experience for next time. Flavor was great, rice could have been better, maybe I'll put a little bit less in next time. The next thing I made were the marinated chickpeas from the Rainbow Plant Life cookbook. One thing that she's really taught me, as well as maybe one other person, but the importance of using different things like fresh herbs, different kind of olive oils, and then also things like citrus rinds, so grating lemon zest and then also using lemon juice or adding lime zest to things. It really makes a massive difference in terms of the flavor and the freshness of what you're eating. With something like this, I think that it's just very easy to use. You could add it to any kind of salad or meze platter that you are making. I personally have been really loving Greek salads recently. So I just made a normal Greek salad that I would usually make, but then I added the marinated chickpeas into the salad and mixed it up, and it was honestly so good. But definitely if you're thinking about a kind of meze, this would be such a wonderful addition. I can just imagine some hummus on a plate with topping it with all of these marinated chickpeas and adding extra things on the side and having some pita with it, and yeah, honestly, it's really good. Oh, and I also decided to try this dairy-free borsa that I found in the shop, well, in Sprouts the other day, and you would be surprised, but yes, I actually love it. I'm a big fan of the Rainbow Plant Life tofu tikka masala, but this is something I make on more special occasions because it is quite labor intensive. So when I came across these masala chickpeas and spinach recipe in her cookbook, I thought that this would be a really great way to make something that's very similar, but a little bit less labor intensive and a bit quicker. So something that might be good for a weekday meal. This has all of those similar flavorings that you would imagine that you'd get in a masala, but it also has some extra things like almond butter, which I was quite surprised about, but it does give the kind of creamy richness to the curry. And then of course I love chickpeas. I'm always looking for ways to diversify my protein sources because, well, I care. I go to the gym a lot and I want to be able to build muscle and just feel my absolute best. So I want to do that in a way where I'm diversifying. So I've got lots of different beans, tofu, other legumes, lentils, all that kind of stuff. So it's always nice to find another recipe that has things like chickpeas in them. One thing I love about this recipe is that it also has a tadka that goes on top, and this basically adds a ton of flavor to the curry. You're just using oil, mustard seeds, curry leaves. There's also asafoetida in this, and then some Indian chili powder. Amongst all the super flavorful things, I am also just a really simple girl. I love to have very simple recipes like a big batch of vegetable soup in my fridge, and two that I like the most are a carrot and coriander soup. This is definitely something I've had a million times at home in the UK, but I haven't really seen it that many other places. But for me, it's a really great way to just get loads of vegetables in, and it's honestly so simple. I also made a leek and potato one. This was unfortunately just a little bit bland. I should have added more vegetable stock, but I like to add just different things like a bunch of carrots, one potato, some celery, onion. Cook that all for, a good 10 minutes with the lid on so it kind of steams. Add a bunch of vegetable stock, and then at the very end I'll add my coriander and blend it all. And it's very similar for the leek and potato soup as well. I cook everything for about 10 minutes in some olive oil with the lid on so it steams. And then I just add the vegetable stock and wait until all the veggies are cooked. For this one, I decided to add some coconut milk because I think you usually add cream to these kinds of soups. I definitely should have added more vegetable stock for this one, but it's still delicious. And if I want to bulk it up a little bit, I will add some cannellini beans, but sometimes I will just honestly put a bunch of tofu in there and heat it as it goes and then eat it like that. And that's pretty much it. I really love making soups, especially with some fresh sourdough bread. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but we have run out of time, so this is going to be a part 1 of food prep for the week, and I'm definitely going to do a part 2 so that we can try all these other recipes that I've mentioned. If you like this video, I've got a ton more of food prep, so I'll leave them linked down below. And I just want to thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you liked this video and let me know what you'd like to see in the next food prep. I'm not doing Vlogmas, but I am going to be uploading 3 to 5 times a week from now on. So make sure you're subscribed and give the video a like if you do like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay.